episode starts with you, start out. Okay.
Welcome to this episode of the Perceivers campaign, specifically episode 7. On the previous episode of this campaign, our wonderful adventurers here found themselves still exploring the wilderness a little bit. However, society showed itself. We live in a society. A campfire with many armored individuals around it who resembled them in slight manners. Thanks to a natural 20 on the check, we're able to deceive that they were in fact you all, perhaps from a different time, perhaps the future, perhaps something. The only thing that matters is they gave everyone an item, or two, depending. Those items are special and magical, and we will see what they do in the coming episode. However, mainly, they were killed by a sun blade, a red one, which ignited, killing all 4 of them and the wielder. After that, dissolving into dust. After that, they climbed the stairs of the monastery, where they saw a dark version of Dion, wearing all black, so he's emo. Together with a familiar silhouette to some of the characters here, perhaps a hag. But who really knows what that creature could be? Not me.
Says the DM.
So,
Anyways, intro time.
please go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Oliver. I play emo boy Dion, apparently.
No, you play regular boy. Dion.
Regular boy Dion who has emo boy there.
Whoa.
I'm Macey. I play 12-year-old Zillah.
And you.
Oh, we're going to me now. Okay. I'm Ellie. I play Blanche.
Rhiann, I play Morgana.
Oh, that was such a normal thing from both of
Yeah,
you
I'm
guys.
trying not to fuel the fire. Okay.
Can you tell we're on recording number 3?
This is what happens when we have been here too long.
Okay.
Oh. And I am the wonderful DM of this game. I make all the rules, and I bend all the rules, and I break all the rules. I am Morgen or Muneer. Any of them work.
We did it, guys. We did an intro. We can leave now. That's the whole episode.
Powerful!
How many times did it take us?
A
5.
billion.
Okay.
So, as you all traveled down that hallway and saw those paintings of the guardians of what is to happen, or the guardians of what is to happen, but I can't say the word because it'll set you all off.
What?
Don't worry about it.
The guardians of what is to come. You entered the Colosseum, which had many of these masked individuals absolutely surrounding you. And on the other end of the Colosseum was the dark emo Dion, and what is now being... Oh no, it's emo.
Oh my god.
Emo.
Emon.
No! And what looks to be a frozen burr hag. So her skin is blue like a frozen corpse, her nose ganglion with her fingers. She carries a staff etched in bone of what you can only assume is a spinal cord of a much bigger creature, perhaps a dinosaur.
That's cool.
Very cool. She's absolutely covered in small frozen fingers and ears and noses and vials of something. And something interesting, above everyone are icicles that are blood red. I believe the ones on the sky are called stalactites? Correct me. Stalactites of red ice that hang from the ceiling. They are large, larger than any regular sort of like frozen hanging stalactite. They are big enough to pierce people, leave whole holes in their chest.
So don't combust.
You should not explode in here. That would be
That would be
really
bad.
bad. That would be so bad if you did your giant explosion from 2 sessions ago that like cleared a whole area of
Don't
animals.
do that with icicles above
What
us.
if I could melt them?
Okay,
I can shape water. Let me do
That
it.
answer, I cannot do that.
You have to just go to the episode and it's just me looking at you every time you say something crazy. Like, don't open Avernus in here, please.
I won't. No, please don't.
I mean, do whatever you want. I think it would be funny if you opened Avernus in here. So, all of you are in this Colosseum with your new items, and the hag and the evil Dion are just sort of standing there looking at you.
Does the hag have my eye?
You're not close enough to see because you only have one eye.
Mine eye.
Wherefore, oh no, wait. Wherefore art is why my eye.
You can roll me perception with disadvantage.
I'm gonna do that just because. I'm curious
I
if
hope you
anyone.
get a 20 and a 1.
Wherefore art thou eye?
I got a 5 and a 1.
Hey, powerful. So on that 1, yeah, it could be something.
That sure is an ice hag.
That's just a ice hag. Who knows it could be?
It's a shape and an ice hag.
Yeah.
The shape is Dion.
Morgana's definitely gonna assume that it's the same ice hag.
Okay. Well, what are the 4 of you gonna do now that you're in this Colosseum?
What's the follow order?
I feel like Dion and Morgana entered first. Dion in front,
Morgana's
Morgana
definitely
behind.
like kind of
I do
hiding
know
behind.
that after
Dion.
we talked to the people, I left first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Dion was the first to go in and follow Dion.
Yeah.
Yeah, like once we got into the hallway and we saw the emo, I went off first, I think.
Yeah.
Blanche is in the back.
So it'd probably be Dion, Morgana, Zillah, then Blanche.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I think the first thing is the evil Dion steps forward and goes, "I'm so glad all of you could make it. Oh, it's so good to see you all, especially you. I mean, I haven't seen you. Oh, sorry, can't spill the secrets now. That would ruin the whole surprise. So, here's how we're gonna do this. 3 of you are gonna get to go rest. And each of you will come out one by one to go through the trials of what is to come. But firstly,
It was fine until I looked at Rhiann.
I know, it was fine.
Okay,
and
wait.
then out of the corner of my eye, I see Rhiann's
it's
face.
Rhiann's fault.
Beforehand, you said guardians of what is to happen. So just say the trials of what is to
The
happen
trials of what
from
is
now
to
on.
happen. Sorry, Rhiann infected my mind with the trials of what is to happen. So, each of you will get to witness the trial of your compatriot, but you cannot help. Besides perhaps lending your voice, but some of you, your trials, that won't help too much. But first is Dion, because I'm here and I'm quite impatient, and I can't wait that long. I can't wait for 3 other people before your turn. So why don't the 3 of you go into the stands, or we can escort you to a room where you can all relax. What's your choice?
Told you all we shouldn't have come in here.
But you did.
I don't think we had a choice.
Everything's a choice.
Whatever, if you guys need to go rest, go rest.
I should
It's okay.
leave.
I'm gonna stay.
Look, I mean, like, leave.
I don't think you can.
I don't think-
No, I
Yeah.
know, but I mean, like, next, if we all get out of here, I shouldn't be traveling with you.
Why not?
What do you mean?
I-
We all have to go to the capital. It said in the letter.
Look, I keep getting these nightmares, and I don't know who it is in them, and I don't know why, but they keep saying that I'm like that it's happened before, and I keep like destroying teams that I'm with. I don't know what it means. It's like something about like the dark sun, and I don't even know. Maybe I shouldn't even be saying that, but I don't think it's a good idea for me to keep traveling with you. I think I might. This all might be my fault.
How about we just reassess this once we get out of this?
If
now?
you get out of this.
Once we get out of this.
If.
Right
Once.
now, Blanche, our answer is you're going to travel with us. But if you want to bring it up again, after, okay?
So, why don't the three of you go up into the stage seats or take you to a room? What's your choice?
I'm staying.
Staying.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stay.
Very good. And you see as like ice kind of forms from the Colosseum up to like 3 seats that are open with no one around it. Well, go take your seats. And then I guess the Dions will start. So, each of you take your seat. They're labeled with your names. For unrelated reasons.
Is there a Dion seat next?
There is a Dion seat that it kind of as they get close to it, their names appear on the seat, and then as they get away from it, they'll appear with a different name.
Like Minecraft name tags or a
Minecraft
distance.
name tag. Minecraft name tag. So, you will take your seat, and the crowd is silent. Normally, crowds are roaring and crazy, but here,
Especially in a Coliseum.
yeah, here it is dead silent. The Burhag, sort of with a flick of her wrist, teleports to like not a throne, but just this mangled, like, body chair of a bunch of different adventurers entombed in ice who are like holding her up. And she sits down on it, puts her staff to the side, and then with a flick of her wrist, the sort of Colosseum molds into like a battleground. And the evil Dion just kind of looks at you and goes, "So, do you have any questions for me? This must be strange for you. I've been preparing for this my entire life, but I assume you were kept oblivious."
What is happening?
What is happening? Well, if it was up to us, those weird fucking strangers outside wouldn't have given you anything. They were supposed to be bystanders. They were supposed to see if you actually passed the trials of what is to come to happen. But instead, you had to go talk to them, and then you had to get all these fun things. So, what's happening is what is meant to happen, and what will happen, and what should happen. Here's the thing, if it doesn't happen, we don't know what happens.
Am I supposed to fight you or something? Like,
Oh.
what is...
You can certainly try, but I don't think it's going to end the way you think it is. Here, we'll have one round, and then maybe we'll take a break so someone else can have a round. And he begins to melt into this, like, black ichor that just goes into the ground, and it travels through the ice towards you. What are you going to do?
What's the battlefield look like?
Imagine like it's got 4 big pillars in the center that encapsulate like a 20-foot cubic area.
Mm-hmm.
Around it is just spikes of ice that are all that red color, and it's just sort of snow bricks. It's like the bricks they make igloos out of, but on the floor. And there are skeletons upon skeletons upon skeletons in those ice bricks.
Okay. I think, because he's not used to fighting, he's gonna try and just back away, get away from it, but I assume that will not last very long.
I mean, you can keep running for as long as you can run.
Yeah. I think he's gonna take his turn and just try and get away from this thing.
So you take your turn to dash and run away when he rises from where you were, but with the same sword that you have, that you were given, it pierces through the ice bottom. And he goes, "Oh, why did you have to move? Why do you always have to make this so difficult? Every time you make it difficult." And he's approaching you with the sword.
What do you mean every time?
Every time one of you comes through here, you always think, "Man, I can run away, man, I can talk to you." And it never, ever works. And I kill every single one of them, and there'll probably be another one after you that does the same thing. And every time, and he's getting closer, and he brings the sword up to start swinging at you. Do you do anything in response?
He's gonna try and tackle the shadow person.
Okay, please make a athletics check for me.
Athletics is a 17.
Okay, you successfully tackle him. You jump towards him and you grab him after forcing your shoulder into his stomach. You take him all the way to the ground. You land on top of him and he's smiling. He's still holding the sword. Even though he's let go, it's physically attached to his hand. And he just goes... and then he grips you while you're holding him down. Hug time!
It's just a nice, pleasant hug. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Mhm.
Trust.
And then he begins to pull you into the black ichor.
And as he's on the ground, all he can think to do is look up to the stands before his head.
All of you see as he disappears, and you are taken somewhere else. We will cut back to you, but for now, the next person to go up onto the stage of the Colosseum is Blanche.
She'll walk down. Yeah.
What forms from one of the skeletons is someone you don't recognize. Somebody that is upset, though. They're angry, and their body is undead and covered in ice. For reference, this is Cornelius.
No, my boy.
I'm gonna throw up.
No, not yet, just
The
wait.
fact that you don't recognize.
She has no idea.
And
oh my
he
god.
looks at you. He is wearing heavy plate armor. And he goes, "The hag told me what you did." Wait, did he have a British accent?
No,
No, I
that
did.
one.
Well,
you want
I
a
did.
stat sheet? I still have it.
Well, I don't need the stat sheet. I just need. Did he have an accent at all?
Nope.
No.
Yeah. The hag told me what you fucking did.
What?
You left us to die.
I don't. What?
You'll
Are you-
remember. You think you're better than us?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't know.
I'm sorry.
We chose to sacrifice ourselves so that you could fucking live. And now look at me. My soul left this body. My soul left this body years ago. And yet you're still here. You're still this weak, frail thing. And somehow, the world still thinks you're special. And he's getting closer to you, and he draws this great icicle sword. If only, maybe we picked somebody else. If you don't even remember, that means somehow along the way, you also lost your fucking memories. Which means everything we fucking did meant nothing to you.
Sorry, I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I don't want your sorries, Blanche. I want you to feel what I felt. And he's going to chill touch you. So you need to make, I think chill touch is a dexterity saving throw.
I can check for you.
Please do. I'm trying to remember. I always get them mixed up between shocking grasp and chill touch.
Whatever it is, it's not good. That's a 6.
It also might be a roll to hit, so just in case.
Let me
Yeah.
check. Yeah.
I memorize so much, but sometimes the really
Make a ranged spell attack.
ranged spell attack. Thank you. Okay.
So is that roll you roll?
I just rolled it. Does a 24 hit?
Duh, I'm playing a bard.
I don't make the rules. So, from his hand, this skeletal, icy formation erupts from it and sort of grips your throat. And it goes, I knew I wanted for you to survive, but I thought you would at least still be something worth killing. And that coldness is beginning to seep into your body. And he goes, I'm gonna show you something that the Burhag has blessed me with. And the cold hand begins to push you into the ice with the rest of the skeletons. And he looks up at the two of you still in the stands and goes, don't worry. You'll have your turn. And then he goes into the ice with you. Cutting back to Dion in the shadow dimension.
Shadow Realm.
Dion got fucking banished to the Shadow Realm, goddamn.
You are literally in black nothingness, and the first thing you feel is a fist on your face. Bam! 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 It's over and over again.
I'm gonna try and put my arms up to like...
You put your arms up, and like a liquid, it moves between your arms and hits you under the jaw.
I'm gonna stick my hands out and try and grab, like literally just put my hands on him and cast Shocking Touch.
Okay, do I need to do anything for that, or is it a roll to attack?
Let me find out. I think it's a roll to attack.
Pretty sure it's a roll to attack. If Chill Touch is a ranged, I think Shocking Grasp is a touch. Like, roll to attack.
Yeah, make a melee spell attack.
Okay, I believe in you.
Six. That
Plus
is-
6?
That's what I have, but that might be...
No, you're right.
Okay. 22. Does a 22 hit?
Okay, a 22 does hit.
Okay. I just rolled max damage. 8 damage.
Okay, gotta do slightly different math.
8 lightning damage to people. And as he casts this, he kind of sticks his hands out and goes, "Get off of me!"
Okay. So, you collect that lightning, and you touch the liquid form, and it travels through him. You say, "Get off me!" It pushes off, and then it sort of rematerializes into 2 of them, and they both just sort of look at you and go, in unison, "Now this is gonna be fun." And one starts slamming your chest, and the other slams the back of your head. And you're going flying at this point. Every punch is sending you 15, 20, 30 feet in the air in the opposite direction. And every punch they're going, "You weak, pathetic fuck," and then it hits you again. You don't even know how to defend your fucking self. Bam. No wonder your family separated us at birth, and then another hit.
What? What?
Hold your thoughts.
Hold your phone. And then another, like an elbow down into the ground. You can't even summon any piece of your goodness to fight. Not that it would help. You can't even fight us. And they both sort of slam their feet onto you. They reemerge into one and go, "I don't care how many times you try something. You never will." And he starts to struggle.
He's gonna reach his hand up and try and pull a small piece of light, basically just a circle of pure light, and try and put it right against his forehead. That is a charisma saving throw.
Riz saving throw.
That dice is gone forever. 17.
That's alright, it still gets one of the things.
Okay.
So as the small sphere connects with this Dion's forehead, it implants and it grows out into this. Do you know how his dad has the gold
Yes.
on his forehead? It almost looks like his dad's.
Okay.
In this like crownish type of look of like gold light where it's sitting almost just above the skin. And he's been marked.
As that mark grows and it singes onto his skin, you can all hear from like the magical viewing station the like as it brands him, and he goes, "Oh, how fucking dare you mark me with that bullshit!" And he smashes you into the ground again. And you feel all the pain, but your body isn't taking any like physical damage. You just keep feeling the pain until eventually he turns back into that ichor and he throws you. And then he chomps down on you with these massive teeth. And then he throws you again, and he keeps just absolutely like Dragon Ball Z throwing you across the air, pummeling you. And he goes, "No matter how many times you brand me like that stupid fucking prick, you're not gonna hurt me!" And he grabs you by the mouth, and he starts to force the ichor into your body. Is your mouth open when he grabs it?
Probably just from being like thrown around like that.
So his hand is over your mouth. You can see the ichor coming towards you. It starts to touch your lips. It's a vile texture, like the combination of oil and jelly and somehow cold and wet but dry. It's every nightmare texture you can imagine, and it's entering your mouth. And it's starting to hook on your lips and go for the gaps between your teeth and your gums. And it starts to infest, and it goes, if you're gonna brand me with this fucking asshole stupid glittery bullshit, I'm gonna brand you with your own mother's mark. And you can feel your negative mark in the back of your mouth.
Very cool.
Can you please make me a charisma saving throw?
Oh no.
The opposite of growth.
This is definitely the opposite of garlic bread.
16.
A 16? You can win this round. Okay.
I know what my number is, and I was like, I rolled it. I was like,
You fuck. So, you feel as the mark does manage to touch like the back of your throat, and you can feel that like this grossness grow, but it is hindered by something. It's stopped before it can grow too far. And he's still just holding your mouth, and he's pushing you into this, like, again, this black nothingness. And he goes, you'll never be stronger than me. You'll never be better than me. You'll never, ever beat me. I am you, but better in every possible outlet or way you could fucking think about. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better in everything. You are simply, and then he picks you up, you are simply a weak fucking puppet your father refused to let die at birth! And he's gonna plunge you into darkness. And you are left alone with your thoughts. Your father didn't let you die at birth? Your mother's darkness. You are left for a moment to think of that. As we camera shift pan to an icy cold tundra during a blizzard. A memory that Blanche doesn't even remember. As you are around a
Flashback
campfire.
to the warm-up session.
Flashback to something you don't get to see. You are around a campfire. An old party you don't recognize are standing in front of a hag. But the hag is actually just Cornelius, sort of melded into the form. And he goes, if I could have chosen to be the hag, I would have taken your memories and your blood. But unfortunately for you, I was a sucker. And you see as the hag begins to devour the same body as Cornelius. You see as it's tearing into its intestines, pulling them out and draping them across its neck like a scarf, pulls out a liver and just takes the whole thing in one bite. And the whole time it's looking at you going, you caused this. You did this. You are the reason the hag feasted on you.
Shut up!
Finally, you make a choice for yourself. Now, what do you really want, Blanche?
I don't know!
You never knew. You knew before. You weren't so weak.
Don't anymore, okay? I don't know.
But you don't want to know.
I just don't know. I'm sorry, whatever I did, I don't remember. And I probably deserve this, so... Just keep hitting me, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I'm not going to hit you. You're not the reason. You're not the focus of my reason. I want you to remember so that it hurts worse when you see my corpse upon that throne. Because when I was in your party, I didn't join for the money. I didn't join because I wanted a favor. I joined because I was told you would do great things. So I want to know, Blanche, are you going to do great things?
I don't know.
and he's gonna pick you up. He's gonna hold you by your shoulders and go, I need you. And you see that the hag kind of disappear and the real face is like pushing through. It's like it separates down the middle, so you see like the interior of all the hag's like biology, but he like pushes through it and he goes, please, I can only do this for a little bit. You need to choose. We know you don't know, but we didn't die because we wanted you to do nothing. You were our leader, Blanche. We believed in you. We still believe in you, all of us. And the hag sort of... Enough of that. I like to let them have some freedom. But please, are you gonna do great things?
I'm gonna try.
And you see as the blizzard intensifies, and she goes, what's a good thing you would do for a group of strangers?
I don't know. I mean, I wish I could have saved them.
Would you kill yourself to save them?
Yeah.
Then lie down and let me consume your flesh like I did your old party.
I mean, he said he wants me to live. If that's what he wants, then I want to live, but...
If you want to do great things...
Well, how can I do great things if I'm dead? Everybody wants something from me and I don't even know anything. I don't...
Everyone wants something from you because you're special. Because you
What
are...
does that even mean?
You don't know how special you are, and yet you want me to tell you?
Well, nobody else has explained it, so...
Fine. When you first came to this entire plane, you were but a simple traveler from a different time. Yet, every time you died, you got back up. I have seen raptors tear your flesh apart. I have seen people rend your skin off of your bone. I have seen you disintegrate and sunder to dust, and yet every couple of years you return. And I want to know how. I think if I eat of your flesh, something will happen. But I don't even know, much like how you don't know anything. So here, give me a taste, and maybe I can tell you even more.
You hurt my friends. And you captured all of us here. I don't owe you anything.
I didn't hurt your friends. You hurt your friends.
And maybe that's true, but I don't think I'd be in this situation if it weren't for you.
Maybe, but who knows? You would if you didn't keep fucking dying all the time. So here, stick out your arm. All protective, are we? Why don't we ask some of your friends? And a version of Morgana and Zillah appear in the blizzard. Can you two please say for me in unison, if you can, feed her, and just kind of repeat that?
Feed her, feed her, feed her.
See, even your friends want to.
It's not my friends. It's just some fucking illusion you're casting. I'm not...
This is what they're thinking right now.
It's not what they're thinking.
Suddenly you know? Very sure of yourself, aren't you?
I'm going to try. I don't know if this will work
Thank
against
you.
a cold, fucking... I feel like, because wouldn't she have a weakness to fire?
She does have a weakness.
Okay, well, would I have my harp with me or no?
You do have your heart.
Okay, cool. Firestorm. Level 7.
Whoa!
Dex 13.
Oh, I can beat a dex of 13.
When we started to say that, it like started to sound like other things that you're saying, like theater. Theater.
What is it?
Lower than 13.
Haha, okay.
I can be the 13.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
That's what you get
it's
for
not a
saying
D10.
I can be the 13.
I can be the
Yourself.
13.
You jinxed yourself.
I thought I counted it with the, but in fact I just sealed my fate.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Sucks to
Oh,
suck.
I'm getting good ass rolls at this. Okay.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the freak?
What the freak? What the freak? What the freak?
My parking ticket, so.
Damn it. Why do I keep getting two? Is this fucking
For more
weighted?
parking.
Maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Do you want to try another one?
Hold on. Oh, wrong dice. 7. Ooh, that's good. 4. Alright, this is the last one. 4. So that's 41 fire damage.
41?
Merry Christmas.
Oh shit, that doubles to 80 fucking 2! Ouchie!
Never mind, it's
ouchie.
7d10. Sorry, I'm gonna have to subtract a few of these.
Not as
That's actually 28.
on 7d10?
Yeah?
You rolled a bunch of 2s. Holy
I did roll a bunch of 2s. I rolled like 4 consecutive 2s. It was 22, 24, 26, 28. God hates me.
wow. 28 doubled is 56. So it's
Cool, that's still a lot.
Still not bad. So, how does your firestorm look? So it comes from your violin.
Okay, so I haven't read a description of it, but I'm assuming it's a storm made of fire. So
Oh.
probably just like a fucking tornado. I don't know.
Okay. So, from your violin, you pull the sword out, and it is a black steel sword. You strum a tune on it. It feels like you already know how to use it. You strum to it, and fire begins to come off of the brim of it, and it gathers into this large sort of ball, and then it erupts around into a giant engulfing typhoon, and at the center of it is the hag, and she screams, "Ah, fuck! You little bitch!" And you see as a hand reaches out of the snow. Can you please roll me a dex saving throw?
Okay. Oh, unnatural 20.
Baller.
Nice.
The one fucking time? Okay. So you dodge the grab as you see it coming through the fire. And she goes, "I'm gonna taste your flesh one way or another." And then for a moment, you see his face again. He goes, "It hurts. Please, you're burning me. Please." Oh.
No heart to care.
I'm sorry, I mean, I don't know if you're even real, but...
You're not even sorry! You don't even know what you did! You can't be sorry for something
This
you
is
don't
manipulation! I know it's manipulation!
You're so clever. And the firestorm dissipates, and she is sundered. Part of her flesh is falling off. She goes, "You know, you did this once to me before. Not with fire, but with a spell that made my skin fall off. Do you know how long it takes me to grow my skin back?
No.
How about this?" And you see as she reaches into her eye socket, and she pulls out an eyeball, and she goes, "Do you want this back for your friend? That's a good deed, isn't it?"
What? And you want... You seem to want my flesh really bad, so I'm assuming it's useful to you.
Well, I think that if I consume of your flesh, I'll be able to live forever like you do.
Okay, well, I really don't want that.
Well, do you want your eye back for your friend?
Of course.
What about this? And she jingles 3 bells, and you see 3 souls. What about that? When I killed them when you were still in their party, I took their souls from their plane of heaven or hell. All of this together, or just the souls?
How do I know you're gonna hold it up?
I always hold up my end of the bargain. Just ask your friend Morgana.
Well, what did you give her?
Ask her.
Yeah, I kinda can't do that right now.
when you pick between the souls and your flesh.
I don't know what you're going to do with immortality if you somehow get it. And I don't want more people to be hurt. I'm sorry.
Don't be
I don't know
sorry.
your name, but I'm sorry.
To me?
No, like, not to you. You know who I'm talking about.
Your god can't reach you here. My blizzards block all gods.
I'm not talking to. Oh my gosh. It's him, the one who keeps showing up. The one you were using, him.
Do you want me to have him hear you? His poor little soul has been trapped in eternal darkness for about a year and a half.
What will that cost?
Finger.
I'm going to, what other really aggressive, like, damage-dealing spell do I have? Okay, let me see here. Let's just do Dissonant Whispers, because why not?
Whisper dissonant thing.
That is Wisdom 13.
Maybe she'll
I-
run away really far.
Can't beat a 13. I can't beat
That
Lol, okay.
means you have to move away as far as your movement speed will allow.
LMAO.
I think the blizzard follows me, so good luck in the blizzard, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. It'll be fine. Okay, so that's. Ooh, this is
I
pretty
love
good.
this
That's
Whispers
pretty good.
for that one part of the spell being
14,
you have basically if the
17
person fails,
damage.
you have to run
17
away as
psychic
far as your
damage.
movement speed allows it.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried to do it on one of the angels, remember?
Yes, I
And
remember.
they have such a high movement speed.
They're
So,
just across the world.
you see as your spell rends her mind psychically. The energy goes into her eyes and into her brain. She goes, okay, you want me to go away? Fine. She takes the jewels around her neck and she disappears into the blizzard darkness. And you are left at an empty campfire, alone, as we cut back to the shadow. What have you been thinking about that whole time you've been left in absolute darkness?
He keeps running back what the other Dion was saying to him. Your mother's mark. Your father separated at birth. And he's not sure what to do with himself.
The only thing around you is like when you're underwater and there's the water surface above you, it's just black and that. And the dark Dion is sort of standing on top of you, just sort of looking, and you can tell he's making duplicates and they're laughing at you and they're sparring, and they keep sort of like poking fun at the one with all the singe marks. All the clones keep poking fun, and then he'll like disintegrate the clone. But the whole time he's sort of looking at you.
I'm gonna try and swim back up to the surface.
When you touch the surface of the water, you feel an emotion I don't think is familiar to Dion. You feel pure, bottomless despair. And you push into that. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
That is a 15.
On a 15, you manage to push deeper past it. It turns into like a membrane, and it goes in, and then he grabs your hand from the other side, lifts you up enough for him to hear him, and goes, "You haven't learned your lesson yet."
I'm gonna try and cast Hold Person on him.
He is a construct, not a
Dang
person.
it! What?
So,
That's
you
so
pull out
lame.
the spell, you do the components. The chains form around him, but they don't stop him from moving.
Choose a humanoid you can see within range.
Not a humanoid, a construct.
Humanoid means shape, though, doesn't it?
Humanoid means the actual characteristic of a humanoid.
That's so lame.
It's
that's
like
so
fiend is not a humanoid. Tieflings are humanoid versions of fiends.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's so lame. You're lame.
I don't make the rules.
Like,
You do make
that.
that.
Technically, you could just be like, oh yeah, it is a humanoid.
I could, but I'm not.
You're so lame.
I know. So, you try to cast that spell. The chains form around him. He pulls them off. And he goes, oh, Dion. I'm not that fast of a learner. But neither are you, apparently. You're gonna stay in there until you learn the fucking lesson that I am the better version of you. And when you accept that, I will take over your body. And I will go on the adventure. And I will do all the things
You don't deserve it!
deserve?
You don't belong in here. You may be a piece of me. But the adventurers, despite the fact that I have not known them for very long, they are my friends and I will protect them with my life! And he's going to try and push the shadow person as he climbs out of the shadow pit that he's been pushed into.
You grab his face like he grabbed yours, and you push him into the shadow pit, but you pull each other into it. And now you're both in this liquidy, dark expanse. And he goes, you fucker! I escaped here when you took my place in your body! Now I'm trapped here again? And he starts wailing on you again.
And Dion is going to actively fight back this time.
You feel the want to fight back, but he is simply overpowering in the number of fists he can deliver to your skull. You can't even lift your fist before he's already walloped you 2 times. Every time you get up, you throw that punch, he'll grab it, twist your arm, and hit you in the kidneys. And he goes, well, how many times do I have to fucking tell you? I'm better, I'm stronger, you can't beat me. Your friends are the only fucking thing I can't get. So, I'm gonna beat you until you can't take anymore, and then I'm gonna steal your body.
You may be better, but I have them.
Not for fucking long! And here's the thing, Dion. I was supposed to be in there with you this entire time. But your fucking dickhead of a father decided that I was too bad for you. That your mother wasn't enough for you. That just because, oh, you know what? Fine, you ruined my whole plan, I'll spill their whole fucking secrets. Your mother isn't alone with magic. Before you were fucking conceived, she was a sorcerer, just like your dad. But because of you, your mom lost all of her magic. I'm not lying. I don't lie.
You're connected to my mom?
I am the essence of you and me together when your mom had us.
Then join me.
Why the fuck would I join you? You're a sniveling little prick.
But you said we're together whole.
We were before your father ripped us apart. And now I was trapped in here for I don't even remember how long. I made it out thanks to a fucking hag, and now I'm back here again. Neither of us can get out now. And I have your stupid fucking mark.
I have yours. I just told me I would do that.
That's a Dion thing to do. Now fucking what? I tried so fucking... I prayed to every fucking god. I don't want your stupid fucking hand. Get that thing away from me.
You're connected.
You don't mean
You're
that.
my mom's magic.
You don't fucking mean that.
I want you to be a part of me as much as she was in my life growing up.
You don't fucking mean
And
that.
you didn't get to be there with me.
You're lying.
And I'm so sorry that had to happen to you. And now that I'm given the option, let me make it right.
You're lying.
Please. I don't lie.
I don't. And he reaches out, and you can feel almost a magnetic pull as your hands go towards each other. You grab the forearms. Ka-chow!
Oh, forearms.
Forearms. Ka-chow! You grab each other's forearms. We know that wasn't in frame, but we're cool. You grab each other's forearms, and like a cyclone, you begin to spin. And he goes, I'm afraid.
Me too.
Oh my god!
I felt like I was invading something. I cried.
I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
I was like sitting here. I'm like, I shouldn't be sitting here right now. I should.
You both begin to spin, and part of you, when you're holding, your hands overlap. You see that your skin kind of degrades away into like a golden greenness, and his degrades into like a similar sort of golden green, but like darker, so like copper and like moss, not like forest and gold, but like what yours degrade into. But as you join together, you form into this like pure white and black sphere. And that sphere just pushes through the water, and you reflect back onto the material, and you find yourself in the Colosseum. And you feel normal. You felt a little distant from your own body your whole life. But for the first time since you can remember, you feel like you again. And you look up and see your friends, and you feel an unknowable amount of time away from them has suddenly, in a short instance, become there right there, just in the rafters. And you see as the crowd, half of them begin to stand up and leave. What do you do?
I think he's just gonna sit there for a second and just take in the feelings and the surroundings.
So you two see out of that black ichor on the floor, Dion just emerges, but he looks taller, he looks stronger, he looks older. He looks like if the two Dions fused together into one. He doesn't just have the like regular look he had before, he's developed further into something better, something stronger, something smarter.
Can Zillah try and get up and run towards?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
You like climb the banister.
I was like, are we supposed to just stay in these seats?
No. You like climb the banister, and I assume you see that you climb it too.
No, of course. Like,
I feel
Yeah.
like
Am
Morgana
I
is
here?
bolted
Not
for-
right now.
okay, yeah, I
We're
figured
still
I
trapped in the
wasn't.
blizzard dimension.
Morgana is full sprint down this.
Yeah. No,
You-
Zillah is too.
You see them sprinting, and that dark part of you goes, I'm scared they won't like us now.
They're both our friends.
Both of your friends.
Our friends.
And that's when they get close enough that you can feel that darkness immediately meld back into the light, and it goes back into harmony. And
It's
you
a
see your
yin and
friends.
yang.
Morgana hugs you with the force that she hugs her brothers.
Slightly less crushed than he might have been, but he's still pretty skinny, so it's
And as you get close to him, you realize that he was like 6 foot before. Now he's getting
6'4".
6'4". He's getting close to 7 feet now.
Oh, good.
Zillah's gonna kind of stand a little bit and just like, she's gonna
How
They're
far
embracing-
away is Zillah from me?
not too far. Like
Dion's
maybe
just gonna reach an arm out and go
Pick you whole up
into the hug.
Yes.
into the hug, and you feel the warmth of these two people hugging you, and the both of you feel that like mix of coldness and warmth that you don't really feel with any other sort of being. Normally you feel like warmth, or in like Blanche's case, cold, but this is some sort of mix of the two.
In Blanche's current case.
Hurt. But you realize that he's still different in some way. You assume still Dion. But can both of you give me perception? Disadvantage!
Because it's not scene related, can she not have disadvantage?
Yeah, I
Fine,
think
you
that makes
cannot
more
have
sense.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
10 years! Wait, what's my
It's a sorry.
It's a wisdom skill.
Just a 10. No, you said
Perception.
Perception, yeah.
yeah. So 10.
13.
13. Okay, so on the 10, I think the first thing you're going to notice is that despite getting taller, he's also gotten like brawner. Like it's not like a lanky body shape. It's like almost like a warrior's body shape. It's got that like upside down Dorito build.
I described so
You
for
skipped too
context.
many leg days.
Yeah, but no, because from before I described Dion's physique as very much my own, very like lanky and skinny.
Yeah.
So
No, you're
Buff. And then the thing you're going to notice is that some parts, or like around his mouth, are these little black sort of tendrils.
You have a mustache.
No.
not quite.
And
Oh
as
God,
he
why do I
talks-
keep doing this?
As he talks, you see the tendrils go into his mouth all the way to the back of his throat. So you see the mark that the evil Dion put on him goes all the way into the back of his throat. As he's talking, because he's holding you up in a hug, you're close to his face, so that's what you kind of see. Is
Yeah.
I don't think he has any facial hair. That's a you thing. But you have an itching on your back, like an itch that you've never felt before. Two sort of cylindrical shapes on your shoulder blades, and it's itching and it's itching. And you put Zillah down and you like push them aside, and it itches and it itches and it itches. What are you gonna do?
Am I the only one that's confused?
You're
Don't worry,
fine.
you'll understand.
I think I get it. I think I know
also
what's going on.
get it.
I just need to, and he's gonna, cause he doesn't. He wears this black tank top and this like covering. He's gonna kind of slide the covering off of his shoulder and like try and adjust the like arm bit so it's like, but he can't seem to stop the feeling.
As you're like moving around and doing this, the two of you see little feathers. And then we're gonna cut to the blizzard.
Okay.
So
Snap back to
Reality.
Back to reality.
So-
You know what's gonna happen?
you see absolutely fucking nothing as you are engulfed by the blizzard. But you hear the hag going, "One simple deal, one little deal for just a finger."
I'm not going to do it.
Oh, well then you'll be trapped here forever. And in front of you, there's a display of what's happening in the real world. You see them all huddling around a bigger Dion, and she goes, "They're gonna miss you if you stay here forever. You know that, right?"
It's for the greater good. I can't go back.
The greater good. Why don't we ask them then? And you see as the hag appears before you, before anything can happen with those feathers, the hag appears in front of the three of you and goes, "I want to ask each of you, do you think that I should keep Blanche in my blizzard forever?"
No.
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 She thinks she should.
what's the price behind it?
I just want one of her fingers.
Why?
I like the taste of them. I like snacks.
That's weird.
Yeah, I'm a weird gal.
Can she hear us?
No, she can.
Trust your gut. I believe in you. You can make the correct decision. I know you can.
So
Follow
you
your
want-
head.
I'm gonna be so for real with you. Her correct decision is staying in there forever. So,
She must have a reason for it.
oh, what about this? Maybe I can take something from one of you. I don't want your other eye. I only need one of them. For now. What's something I could have for one of you that would be worth Blanche's whole life? I know. I will. This will actually be entertainment for me. Here, who wants to stab Blanche? Here. And she like takes her broom and she flies up and she pulls off an icicle from the ceiling and then comes back down and goes, "I'll let her out if one of you stab her with this."
What's wrong with it?
Nothing's wrong with it. It's a good thing.
What's wrong with it?
It's Blanche's heart. I took it back when she was with a different adventuring party. They all chose to kill themselves for her to survive.
What will happen if she gets stabbed with it?
She won't be cold anymore. She'll be out of the blizzard. And you can hear all of this. And here's the thing. Oh, and she like grips the little icicle. This is my favorite little heart I've stolen over the years, but it would be so much fun to see Blanche's face as one of you absolutely pierces it through her.
What will her state be once she exits the blizzard, if one of us does this?
She'll be fine. The blizzard is all my control. She's cold right now.
I'll
but
do it.
She goes,
Okay.
okay. And she hands you the thing, but she holds like the bottom of your hand with those gangly, gross fingers, leathery even. And she goes, you know what would happen if you fuck with me, right? Good. And she goes back to her like person throne. She goes, okay, whisks her hand, and you are pulled out of the blizzard back into the regular sort of area. Goes, your friend has something to do to you, Blanche.
I heard.
Mm.
It's okay.
Out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? So this is an icicle, right? Can I shape water it so that it doesn't like completely like
Oh my god.
Soften the tip?
soften the tip so it doesn't like cause her any pain when it goes through her, but it returns her heart to her. Does that make sense?
Here's the thing. It has to pierce her to get the blood into her. So you have to pierce her at least a little bit.
Can I make it so it's not like this giant icicle and it's just like
yeah, so it doesn't
okay.
bore a hole through her?
Yeah, I don't want that.
Well,
Okay.
you don't?
Roll me a stealth check as you're sort of casting shape water and you're melding the icicle. I want
which
to
dice
see.
likes me today.
That's a you choice.
So just a stealth check?
Give me a stealth check. You have to beat a 17.
It's a 7?
Can I
Don't blow up.
distract?
Oh, you know what?
You
You know what? Okay, I have a thing. Wait, what the hell? How do I know what my Bardic Inspiration dice is?
I think it's a D6.
Can I
Okay, can you roll a
distract
D6?
in typical 12-year-old fashion and
Me
ask-
or... Oh, yeah.
Rhiann, can you roll D6?
and
D6?
ask a bunch of questions to the hag?
you can. So as you
Okay,
start doing that, you see the Morgana eye in the hag's
Damn, okay,
face
never
is
mind,
still
so that did
looking
not work.
at her. But she's like,
Can you roll with disadvantage then?
So, what is, why are you blue?
Why are you blue? Well, you see, girlie, I used to be a corpse, and then I was animated back.
So what's
Okay,
your
but
new
why?
number?
Oh, well, it would have worked if it was higher, like a 4 or higher, but it was not a 4 or higher, so it is what it is.
This is so sad. I can return to my normal color if you let me eat part of your flesh.
No, thank you. So why do you have ice powers? Like, why ice specifically?
I made
Honestly.
the other eye.
She's gonna then turn away, keep one eye on you, and then a mouth is gonna form out of her
No,
flesh,
but
and she's
anything
gonna
this-
keep talking to you through this mouth,
Okay, but
and then she's gonna look at you
But-
and go, "I know what you tried to do. Don't fuck with me."
I'm still gonna do what I agreed.
And then she's gonna hold Blanche's head and go, "You aim for the neck now."
Can I just shape water so that it's not a huge icicle? It's just enough to pierce her and enter it, but not severely leave it.
You can certainly do whatever you want to do.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
You should
Okay.
probably play on her terms.
I'm still doing it. I'm still stabbing you with the icicle.
Just
You
don't make her
begin
mad.
to shape the water. She goes, "Oh, changing the rules of the game, are we?" She lets go of Blanche's head and goes, "Fine. How about this? Now it's 2 icicles." And she goes up and picks another one and goes,
okay, Okay, how close is everyone?
Oh my god!
I'm not blowing up. I'm not blowing up.
I don't know. That would be a you question of
How
how
close?
close everyone.
You were all hugging Dion, and the hag showed up like 5 to 10 feet away from you, so you're all
Okay.
within
Really
like
close,
a 20-foot
yeah.
cube.
Okay, how close is the hag to me? And how close is Morgana and Blanche to me?
We're close. We're closer. We're further away from you than the hag is to you, I believe.
I
I'm
think
the
you're
only one
the
that's-
furthest away person.
Okay, so is the hag within 10 feet of me?
I think it might be on the edge of 10 feet. So it's like if the cubes are 10 feet, I think it's like on the edge of one.
Okay, I'm gonna take a step closer, like 5 feet closer, and I am going to enter rage and have the thick black magical darkness.
Guys, just play by her rules, please.
Smoke of the furnace. So
You
what
guys
you
are gonna
see-
get yourselves killed.
She comes back down with a second icicle, hands it to you.
Uh-huh.
This thick black smoke begins to emanate from Zillah's torso.
As it starts to do that, I just go.
Roll to hit. And are you designating that your allies can see through the smoke?
Well, we're not in
Oh,
it because
yes.
we're
Yeah.
past 10 feet.
Yes,
Yeah.
I forgot that they can see through
Yeah,
it.
so-
my allies can.
The
see through it.
smoke fills the hag's area, and the hag sort of goes, "Oh, dearie! I'm just waiting for the listening of Blanche choking on her own blood."
I rolled a 19.
Does that hit you?
I mean, I'm not even resisting, so you could literally do it with advantage if you want, but it does hit.
Okay, so you line up the icicle, you plunge it into Blanche's neck.
But shaping it so that it doesn't leave a big hole.
You force it in, and Blanche, right underneath where like your chin sort of connects to where your neck is, this sort of space here is where it pierces, and it hits a vein, and then you feel warmth fill your body again. And then the hag looks at you and goes,
The hag isn't.
Well, she
looking
can't
at-
see.
The hag can't see.
Hag isn't looking at anything.
the hag hangs out and goes, "That's such a good sound. Now the second one, please. And every time you shape a new one, I'm just gonna get another icicle until you bore her with one, because that's what's entertaining to me." And then she's gonna-
The second one had to be in her neck, though.
And
I'm
then
gonna take the second one and stab it in the heart.
she takes her broom and she flies up above the smoke.
Oh.
She goes, "I want to have a very good view."
Oh, yeah, that is.
So
Okay, well.
she flies down to about 20 feet above you, and she's like sort of like lounging on it. And she goes, "Go ahead. No fuckery this time, or I'm gonna have to get a third one."
You can ask.
Can I stab the second icicle through Blanche's hand?
Hey, she didn't specify the second one had to be in her neck.
Exactly. Through your hand. Should I roll to hit it? No.
No, you don't have
I mean, if
to.
Blanche isn't resisting,
She's
you just
taking
can
it.
go
She's
like-
taking
You're
it.
just going.
Okay. You pierce that large icicle into her hand, pushing the hand
No, it's
into
fine.
the ice. Do you only hold on? Question. Do you only push like the tip in?
Yeah.
Okay. The hag is gonna come, fly down, sit next to you and go, "Oh, that's not enough." And she's going to push the icicle all the way in until the deepest part of it gores your entire hand. And it's pushed into the ground. Are you weakest at your wrist or your elbow?
No.
I would say probably my elbow.
You feel that if you move your hand at all, you might rip your arm off at the elbow. And she stands on that icicle, waiting for all of the blood from both of them to enter your body. She looks around and goes, "That would probably be all for today. You two will have a turn tomorrow. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten about you. So glad you passed your trial of what is to come, Dion. Your dark version was very annoying to keep for all those years." Oh, yeah,
Before
that's
you and
right.
after.
No. Dion was supposed to die deal with me. In exchange for your levels, oh, wait, no. Your father sold out your money. That's why you like this? Well, I guess not anymore. It's enough to take in the idea that you're supposed to die at birth, but that your stupid idiot father made a deal with a hag. But I suppose you'll have time to rest overnight. And the blood is still filling you. You can feel, imagine going from your current state of being to being filled with the hottest liquid you can imagine, coursing through your veins, entering your body, filling your skull twice over. So much blood that it begins to pour out of the wounds until eventually there's not enough blood left. She lifts her foot up and goes, "You may all leave." And she pulls the icicle out of your hand, a giant hole in it, and goes, "If your friends survive, we'll patch that up. Or you could feed it to me. There's not much of it left after all." No, you don't want to feed it to me?
Oh.
So sure of yourself. Well, good luck to all of you. I hope that again, like it hasn't repeated in the past, our god doesn't kill you all for its purposes. Go rest now. You're gonna need it for tomorrow. And she sits back on her throne, and 2 doors open beside you that each go into, like, a little hallway with 2 extra doors where each of you will have a bedroom. Don't worry, I'm not listening to whatever you do in there. Unfortunately for you, I had to make privacy in there. Did you do that with the hand with the hole in it?
No, this is the
That
hand
would
with
have
the hole
been
in it.
really funny if you did it with the hand with the hole in it.
You know what? It was with the hand with the hole in it. I'm retconning that.
Blanche.
Yeah, I'm retconning it. It's the whole hand.
Let's
It's the whole
go.
hand.
When you do this, but like
Through the hand!
Hit him
While
with-
also flipping it off with the other
Yeah,
hand.
you hit him with this.
Powerful
This maneuver.
Okay.
Well, let's get some rest.
You each enter the doors. They close behind you with a slam. And that is where we end this episode of
I
The
knew it.
Perceivers.